Hello there and welcome to the channel. I thought it best just to do a little video, just as a bit of an explainer really, as who we are and what we farm and where we come from. And basically we're a 430 hectare arable farm in the south of Lincolnshire, family farm, and comprising of combinable crops and some sugar beet. So I've just got the crop in here. So this year, I need some notes for this because I can't remember off the top of my head. So we've got 197 hectares of wheat, 39 hectares of oilseed rape. We've got winter and spring beans. We've got 28 hectares of winter beans, 38 hectares of spring beans, and both those are down for seed crops, the seed production, those ones are. We've got 54 hectares of spring barley, 32 hectares of sugar beet, and this year we're trying the first crop of mammoth millet on our farm. So we're going to see how we get on with that, because we've been having a few, as many farmers have in the country, issues with oilseed rape establishment, growing of it, the cabbage stem flea beetle. We've had a little bit of flooding on the farm as well, and it's all sort of combined to make it a bit of a crop that's very expensive to grow, but also it's we've got other factors against it, nature as well, which is the main one. So yeah, I mean, as an example here, I'll just show you the rape crop that we've got here that I'm standing in the middle of. When you get cabbage stem flea beetle attack your plants, it gets into the stem and it can attack it. It can get into it in the autumn, and then it starts to work its way up the plant in the spring. Now I'll just show you down here of a healthy plant and an unhealthy plant, one that's been attacked by flea beetles. Just let me show you that now. Can you see that one? So you'll see, I'll just zoom in a little bit. You'll see in this plant you've got the core of the plant, this bit here. It's the main highway for the food for the plant, and you can see where the beetle has got in there and it's made its way up into the plant. It's made it very brittle. Look, just falls to pieces. Whereas this one, it's solid. Beetle's not got in there, and it does break, because it's been round up 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, so it will break, but it's very, very solid. So yeah, that's the idea, is to just have a little bit of another crop in the armoury, if you like, something that's a break crop that we can use just to keep the rotation going well. So yeah, we're in the south of Lincolnshire. Soils vary. We've got sandy loams, we've got silty clay loams, which is the majority of the farm down here, and anything in between, to be quite honest with you. We're sitting about, I don't know, 16 feet above sea level, that's all. It does rise up a little bit as you go towards the village, not far from us, about, what are we now, 3 miles from it from here. So it does rise up steady, and the further you get up that way, and there's a little band of this sandy land that I mentioned, and yeah, so it varies a lot. It varies a lot, the land around here. There's 3 of us on the farm. There's me, my cousin and my nephew, and that's it. We do a bit of contracting, and I work on the farm as well, so it keeps us all 3 of us rather busy. And we usually have somebody help us out during harvest, so because obviously when I'm wanting to get the rape planted, it sort of gets in the way of the harvesting as well. So we'll get somebody in to help do the carting while I go off and get the oilseed rape drilled. Well, while we're still growing it, at least, anyway. So yeah, onto the machinery. So we've got 4 tractors in total that we can, of our own, and we've got the use of another one should we need it. We've got 8320R John Deere. We're all John Deere, so it does all the heavy work, subsoiling, ploughing, does the odd little bit of cultivation work with the Vardestad carrier, which is pretty much our primary cultivator that we've got, and does oilseed rape drilling as well, with a combination drill that we've sort of made up ourselves really, but I'll come on to that in a little bit. Then we've got the 6175R John Deere. It's the main workhorse of the farm, to be quite honest with you. It's on the cart at the moment during harvest, and then it goes and does all the drilling in the autumn and the spring, other than the rape, which is obviously done with the big tractor like I just said. And it's the main workhorse. It does most of the work on the farm. So then we've got the 7920 John Deere, and it is getting on a bit now. It's 05, it's 20 years old. 20 years old, still good. My nephew won't let us sell it. We will one day, but we won't let us sell it at the moment. But anyway, it does a lot of the carting, it does some cultivation work, and that's about it really. It doesn't do a lot of anything else, to be quite honest with you. But it's a decent tractor, it comes in. Then we've got the 6930. It's 15 years old. It's the second oldest one we've got. And it does a lot of the margin cutting, the hedge cutting, just a little bit of straw raking, some rolling, all that sort of thing. So it comes in handy for that. And then we've got the use of a 6155R that my cousin and nephew own. So got the use of that whenever we need. So all the tractors and the combine and the sprayer all use John Deere Green Star, so RTK and Starfire 2 for your accuracy. Yeah, brilliant, great system. Never had any real issues with it, and yeah, that's it really. The main drill on the farm is another John Deere product, John Deere 750A. So we can direct drill with that, and we're going to pretty much this year, because the way that this dry period has left the soil cracked so deep that we don't need to subsoil. We're just going to chip the top over and then drill direct in that way. But yeah, 750A, great drill. Still learning on it. We've had 2 years with it now, but we're all still learning, and no doubt we'll carry on learning this year. What else we got? The other drill is the oilseed rape drill. That's a combination of a Grange close coupled toolbar, 6 metres, with a weaving big disc drill on the back. Not the carrier part, just the drill unit section on the back. I'll show you. You'll see all these as I'm describing it to you, so you'll see what it looks like. And that does the oilseed rape drilling. And that's all it does. That's its sole purpose in life, is to drill the rape. So if we ever stop drilling the rape, well, that'll be up for sale, but not at the moment. So then we move on to the crop sprayer, which is the John Deere 4150i 36 metre self-propelled sprayer. Great bit of kit. I think every farmer will say the cost of chemicals and everything else, it gets used far too much, purely because of the cost of things, not because you go when you don't need to. You only go when you absolutely have to with the chemicals, both for the environment and for your pocket. So but just great, because also it's not just used for the spraying of the crops with the chemicals and things, but it's also used for putting the liquid fertiliser on. So we've been Yara liquid fertiliser for, oh gosh, decades now, and we get on really well with it, It's just so easy to get around, move it around the farm. It only needs one person really to do it, to do the fertilising, so that's great. But on top of that, as you'll see in the footage in the background, we've got the Yara end sensor, so we can do vari-rate fertiliser with that, which comes in handy with the new options that we've got on the extended SFI, which we've put in for this year. So at the last minute, thank God for that. But yeah, that's the Yara end sensor. Again, we've had the end sensor for a long time. Telehandler was a Kramer. Great, yeah, it's got plenty of power, does the job. Not a lot to say about that. We've got the bucket, and then we've got a pusher for the grain, and that's it really. And then we've just got a couple of Bailey trailers. That's it. That's the carting collective. There is the 2 Bailey trailers. Cultivators. We've got a straw rake, Claydon straw rake. We've got the Vardstad carrier. We've got a couple of subsoilers. One which we made up ourselves, which is 10 leg, subsoiler, and we've also got a 5-leg subsoiler as well. So we've done that, we've got those made up, and we've got a light cultivator for the spring work, for working down the beetland, and a plough, which we don't tend to use the plough too much. We had to use it last year after the oilseed rape because of the issues that we had with the weather and such like. There was patches in the field that didn't come particularly well, and they got full of blackgrass. So we thought, right, put a line under it, let's plough it down, and we'll cultivate it from the top. Oh, as a point, we've got Rex's twin as well. Forgot about that one. It don't get used very often now. Used to get used a lot, but not so much these days. But it came in really handy last year because obviously we plough, and then Rex's twin, then Vardestad carrier, and then drill. That's what we did after that. But it was a reset. It was a reset, and that worked out really well. But this year the rape crops have come, well, the ones that didn't get flooded out that we kept have done really well. They've done, what have we done, 4¼ tonnes the hectare. So fantastic this year for the rape. We've had some bad ones just of late, and you know, like many people around here, I think we're the only one in our local area that's actually grown rape this year. I think they thought we was crazy. We haven't grown as much this year as we thought we were going to, because some land, there was in the autumn we had a lot of rain everywhere in the UK, and we had one of the riverbanks go over near us and flood the field, and several fields near us, but one of them had the rape in, so it was no good. It was no good, so that got ripped up, and it's now got spring barley in it. So yeah, so that just leaves the storage, which is got 3 grain stores, all wooden underfloor, for the ventilation, for blowing the crops. Yeah, that's it really. Not a lot to say there. They're sort of an ongoing project, the stores, because a lot of them were built in the 80s when they had all these grants and things for doing all the building work and the concrete work and everything else. And so we've just got a little bit of some concrete walling to put in where there was sheet, where there's steel sheeting, all them sort of things. So that's a work in progress, but they'll last a long while yet. So yeah, that just brings up to where we are now. So just past the middle of July, it's the 16th of July today. We've got the rape harvested. We haven't done any wheat yet. We're going to have a look at my father-in-law's crop of, he's got a second wheat. So we're going to have a look at that tomorrow, see if it'll go. He's tested it this afternoon, and it's somewhere between 16–17%. So it might be okay tomorrow, but he did say that it's not rubbing out very well. So it's still very early in the day. The problem is the crops have sort of died off without senescing off. In other words, they haven't died off naturally. It's the heat and the dry weather that's killing everything off. So the crops might look like they're ready, but they need a bit more time to make it so you can actually combine the damn things properly, because if not, it doesn't matter how you set your combine up, if the crop's not ready to be harvested, your sample will look a mess. You'll not be able to get the grain out the ears properly. They'll all be what you call capey. They'll not be just the clean grain. So then I'm going that tomorrow, see how we get on. I might make a little short video for the channel for that, just to see how we're getting on with that one. And that's it. I'll you know, the aim of this channel is to just show what you do on the farm, and the challenges and the fun and everything that goes with it. I just can't see somebody else I wanted to introduce you to, so I'll just bear with me. I'll just see if I can. Let's find it. There we go. That's the most important person on the farm. That's Coco. She's 10 years old. Bless you. She's got arthritis, but she has a whale of a time. She's even though she's got arthritis and whatever, she still does a little run around after the rabbits. So yeah, that's it. That's the farm. Like I say, in Lincolnshire fens, flat as flat can be, with these lovely poles going through. So that's it. Right, that's it. That's what we're about. So yeah, subscribe if you like, and follow us along, and yeah, we'll take you through the farm, through the year. So see you again. See you next time. Ta-da.